So, Aaron Rodgers.
Has he picked
I'm
yet?
sorry. No, he is a schmuck beyond. Now, and then of course he's going on Pat McAfee, which I'm not a fan, and now I'm really not a fan after what he did with that poor
I
girl from
I
Mississippi.
don't get it. I don't get why it was a sports story. Don't get it.
It wasn't. It's not. It's crappy. But he said something about, yeah, still want to play, but retirement's also on the table. And it's just, the Steelers are sitting there waiting for him. There's an offer on the table.
You know what it
And
is, Kim? I'm going to
I
tell you
don't
what
know
it
what
is.
it is. What
It's
is it?
because he was supposed to his draft class, and he's just this petty, just this kind of smart to think back to that. And this is who he's revealed himself to be because he sat around waiting until pick 24 in his draft, and everyone expected him to go top 10, and he didn't. Now it's his turn to make everyone wait on him. That's exactly what
Well,
it
here's what he said. So retirement could still be a possibility. I told every single one of the teams it ain't about the money. Ain't. Come on, Berkeley. You don't say ain't.
He's got
I said I'll
three.
play for 10 million, whatever. I'm open to anything and attached to nothing.
Yeah.
Schmuck.
Did you ever get him and Shailene Woodley? Like, did that ever make sense on any level to you?
Nothing. There's nothing about him that makes sense to me. There really isn't. I've never been a fan of his, but I'm really not a fan of his now. I just don't get it. And I think the Steelers, I don't know where they fall in the draft, but they better draft some. They need to someone should they need to draft Shadur.
I don't even know that they're
I
always
don't know where.
competitive on a certain level, but this Rodgers move is kind of the move if you think like we're Super Bowl ready, not just eke into the
Yeah,
playoffs
and
ready.
they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
So they might as well just draft like Shadur, who I could see in Pittsburgh,
Sure.
and just call it a day because this is ridiculous. And if I were Mike Tomlin, I would be like, forget it, rescind this offer for God's sake.
Well, I mean, everything I'm hearing is that kid is dropping, so who knows? Maybe he could drop all because Pittsburgh, I think, is picking in the late teens or maybe
Yeah.
20s. So we'll see.
I mean, because they literally do not have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They don't have one.
Yeah.
Neither does Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland signed Joe Flacco, but come on.
I the Rodgers thing is interesting. It's kind of mirroring like uh what's the who's the he was just in Pittsburgh. Was in Denver before that.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. He is I don't think he's a jerk. I just think he's affected by everything. And so when his level of play fell off, then everything else just gets amplified and more. You're like, oh, well, he is kind of a cornball weirdo a little bit, right? And but Aaron, it's like almost like his legacy is being tarnished at this point because if you think about it,
Absolutely.
as talented as he was, he only won one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Eli Manning has two, right? So,
Yeah.
and then you tarnish your legacy this way in terms of the off-field stuff, and it's just like a huge PR faux pas. But he thinks he's smarter than everyone else, and he'll be like the people who really know will judge him differently. I'm sure that's what he tells himself.
I just kind of want him to go away. I don't like it. I think it's obnoxious. I think he's obnoxious. And I like the Steelers, and they're usually in my top 5 teams.
Yeah.
But if he goes there, I don't think they will be. I don't. I have zero interest in him. And if they're dumb enough to wait at this guy out, what are they waiting? What? No, he's not. He has not had a good couple of years. I honestly don't understand.
Well, they've got two big time receivers now, right? So they're
They do.
on a quarterback, and I'm just wondering. You
What are,
know what though? You know what they're going to do? Even if they don't draft someone, they got to be thinking the secondary free agency market in June, and who
maybe.
possibly could be. Because they made the playoffs with Mason Rudolph, remember? So,
That's true. Well, they do have him. They do have him. They did re-sign him.
but they're figuring if they can sign the new Mason Rudolph and still have those two receivers. But again, is the point to make the playoffs or is it to get deep? Like, I think.
Right. Right. Because they keep making the playoffs and then out they go.
I mean, they're
But you're right, because the Giants are still talking about Shador, even though they're carrying three quarterbacks right now with Russell, Jameis, and Tommy DeVito. So if they were to draft Shador, one of those guys is going.
Again,
So
I don't know what their point is, other than maybe it is to draft a young guy, have him be mentored to a certain degree, because neither of those three are making them a playoff team.
no. And I kind of wonder why Jameis, after his success during the Super Bowl with his media blitz, why is he playing? I mean, I'm sure they would have hired him. He was so great.
Yes.
So, I mean, he's got that career to go to. He's hysterically funny.
Honestly, I'm not mad at you. Know why? I think you play till they kick you out of the league, because you can never go back, right? And it's as long as you're going to have some injuries, but as long as you're relatively ambulatory and make them kick you out of the league, right? It's because it's
like Joe Flacco. Who would ever have thought Joe Flacco would just be the one that keeps coming back?
They always say the best job in the NFL, as long as you don't have to play, is the second string quarterback.
I know. Kyle Trask, our guy, he's just making money and sitting on his butt.
You're not making the $50 million, but you're making 15 to 20 mil as the backup. You're running a scout team, which is pretty low stakes. And then everyone thinks you're better than the starter anyway. You got the fans on your side. And if you're smart, like my old second string team, he used to take the offense out every Wednesday. I mean, we just the Hooters, but still, we appreciated it. So
who was that?
Guy, and you're taking the team out, you got the team on your side too, right? So it's
who was that?
Sean Salisbury.
Oh, right. Well, Kyle Trask, I don't know. He's kind of a milquetoast. There's just not he's real tall.
Uh-huh.
He's real tall. That's about all I could say. He's tall.
But see, he's the guy who literally another 10 years from now, we'll be doing this. And you'll be looking up like, this guy's still in the NFL?